Hello all, welcome back to another coin video. This is Silver Helm Coins and Collectibles. Today I will be doing a what is it worth video, and the coin in question is a 1931 sixpence from Great Britain. And then the obverse has King George. He was the emperor of the British Empire at the time. This was quite interesting for me because I bought it at on an online auction as well, and just added it along with a second order to minimize shipping. So today we're going to be looking what it's worth, and let's dive into it. So firstly, if we look at this coin, we can say, well, the research shows that they minted quite a lot of these. They minted 16.8 million. Now that is a lot of coins that were minted, and a lot of 1931 sixpence. So they were heavy in circulation. But if you take a look at this coin and you do a bit of your own grading, according to me, because you can still see the guys or the emperor's mustache, even though it is slightly worn, but in the front is really good. You can see the date, you can see the denomination. If I would have to give an estimate, I'd say it is fine to very fine. The grading of this coin, and we'll use that later on when we get to the final value. But some key things to remember is that this coin was highly minted, as stated, 16.8 million. Another physical fact of it is it's 2.83 grams. It's not a large coin. It was standard for a sixpence of the era. But what makes this coin part of my collection is because it is 50% silver. So the composition of this means it's a 0.5 silver by weight. So if we go look at the actual silver weight, it's 1.41 grams or 0.0455 troy ounces of pure silver. Again, not crazy numbers. You're looking at about 1.41 grams of pure silver. But we need to take that into consideration, because now I will be breaking down how much I paid for it, and then, ultimately what's the value. So I'm just going to do a close-up again. Sixpence, 1931. That's the front. That's the back. As you can see, these coins were in common circulation, but this one's grade is bordering on very fine. So to conclude, I paid roughly $3. So that includes the shipping fee as well as the price of the coin, because I did get it at an online auction. So I paid $3. If you go look at the melt value, so that's purely if it was only sold for its silver content of 0.5 fineness of silver, so it's 1.41 grams of pure silver. In today's spot price of silver, that is $3.45. So I was more or less paying spot price for the silver when I bought this coin. Slightly less, you can say that's 40 cents, so it's not too crazy. But yes, the melt value alone would be 3.45 USD. Now, if we take into consideration this coin has his historical weight and value, it being a pre-decimal coinage system, when they worked with sixpence and shillings, all the old coin system. I was so familiar with the British Empire. But if you look at this specific coin for this specific grade, which we determined to be very fine, realistically on auction I can resell it for between $4 to $6. So if I get it on the lower end with $4, I'm still making some profit. It's not crazy, but if the specimen does get a little bit more, like let's say $6, then all of a sudden this collectum makes sense. and that is the collector premium that is added on top of the melt value. So with these silver coins, yes, the melt value does a lot of driving. That's certainly one of the things I look for when I purchase silver coins is the silver percentage on the composition. But you have to keep in mind that the collector premium is often what gives it its value. So to conclude, this very fine 1931 sixpence GB coin can realistically sell for between $4 to $6. So if you guys would like to join the wait list to my eBay store that I am going to launch in the not too far future, go check out the link in the description. If you enjoyed this content, consider subscribing. And this is Silverhelm. I'll see you guys in the next one.